When your father sold you to the Jones siblings for a lifetime of servitude when you were just 5-year-old child, Jungkook and Jungwon arrive at their company headquarters, both carrying important files outlining the conditions to reclaim control of the business from the current board of directors. Jungkook, set on becoming the CEO, takes a seat on the couch in a corner of the office to review the documents comfortably. Jungwon, meanwhile, drops down Jungkook's chair, her attention intensely focused on the rules and the requirements laid out in the files. As they walk through the pages, Jungwon suddenly jogs from a sip of water. Her reaction is dramatic and she scrambles out of the chair, rushing over to Jungkook. Bro, what the hell is this? She exclaims, her voice a mix of shock and frustration. Jungkook looks up. You are just right. We only had 50% of the company equity, with the rest going to the board of investors. Jungwon, ignoring the comment, just a sheet of paper in front of you. No, you don't understand. It says you're required to marry Ryan if you want to take the CEO position. Jungkook's eyes widen as he snatches the paper from her hands, eager to read it himself. The document confirms a shocking news. Jungkook, heir to Jung Industries, must marry his servant Ryan to assume the position of CEO. Jungkook's face contorts with disbelief. Jungkook, what the actual hell? Jungwon's expression turns anxious. Seriously, I'm so freaking jealous of you right now. Jungkook shakes his head in frustration. Shut up, Jungwon. How am I supposed to marry someone I barely know? And who's basically a child? Jungwon, a hint of smirk on her face suggests. But she's cute though. Yeah, and she's also just a kid. Jungkook retorts, his reputation growing, called the director and not signing anything under a cup for me. Brendan grins mischievously. Can I though? Because I don't mind leaving that beautiful girl in our life. Okay, I'm going. She rushes out of the office as her brother shoots his eyes on her, leaving him behind his frustrations fingering. Jungkook's anger boiled over as he thinks about his life and values are being manipulated by others. Who gave you the right to decide who I should marry? And how dare you try calling into the mess? He yells as he hurls the paper at the director's face as soon as the director steps into the office. The director unflinchingly explains, we had to use the funds for her mother's illness. There's no way to recover that money. Jungkook's voice rises in anger. Her mother was our nanny. She took care of us. Why should they have to pay it back? The director's stance is cold and matter of fact. The amount of money involved is significant. One has been working off this debt that you mentioned. Jungkook interjects. And what about the marriage part? The director continues unfazed. Her father wasn't willing to let his daughter to be a slave, so we propose this arrangement. You need to marry her to become the CEO, and don't speak to me like that again. First, I am older than you, and second, you haven't become the CEO yet. You must marry her first. Jungwon frustration peaks. So this was your trick all along. You knew Jungkook raised in the US would never agree to marry an educated servant. What a cheap move, Mr. Yunho. The director smirks. Well, that was the plan. Why would you make the CEO and COO? We've been running this company for 20 years. Jungkook face hardens with determination. Fine, I'll become the CEO and I will kick you out. The director chuckles. Best of luck with that and exits the office with a laugh. Jungkook, seething with anger, throws the flower vase against the wall, shattering it. Jungwon, trying to keep her composure, says, Jungkook, calm down. This won't solve anything. We need a plan. Jungkook grabs his car keys, his jaw set with resolve. I'm going to talk to father first. Jungwon follows him, concerned that his anger might lead him to break more things or make a rash decision. I am coming with you, she says, trying to keep pace with his hurried steps. 15 minutes later, Jungkook, fueled by anger and frustration, arrived at their mansion, having covered the 30-minute distance in just half of the time. Jungwon, sensing the intensity of the situation, tries to calm him down. Jungkook, can you please calm down? Make sure you talk to him respectfully. He's been taking care of this mansion for so long, and he's the husband of the woman who raised us. Do not yell at him. Jungkook takes a deep breath, acknowledging Jungwon's point. Though he's still fuming, he understands that respect is crucial, especially towards someone older. They enter the house and find Wan's father tending to the indoor plants. Jungkook approaches him directly, his voice tinged with coldness despite his attempt to remain respectful. Can we talk? Jungkook, Wan father startled stammer. Yes, master, Jungkook corrects him. Yes, Jungkook. And can you tell me why you arranged your daughter marriage with me? Wan father looks visibly distressed and begins to tear up. I was helpless. I had no other option. Jungwon helped him to take the seat on the couch, overwhelmed by the situation. Jungkook sighs, feeling a pang of sympathy. He gestures for Jungwon to get water for Won's father, trying to ease the man's discomfort. Jungkook sits down next to him, his voice softening. Sir, please tell me what happened. As Jungwon returns with a glass of water, both she and Jungkook make effort to comfort Won's father, encouraging him to share this story. In Korean, Wan's father began to explain. After you both left for the US, my wife, your Nana, was diagnosed with a severe illness. We couldn't afford her treatment on our salary, so I had to use our entire lifetime savings. Unfortunately, I couldn't save her. The director suggested I replace Swan with her mother, but I couldn't bear the thought of putting my daughter into slavery, so I rejected their offer. However, they promised me that you would marry her. I thought she would marry you and become the owner of the mansion, which seemed better than being a slave. Jungkook sighs heavily, but still, sir, you shouldn't have done that. What if I'm not a good match for Wine? How do you know I would be good for her? What if Wine wouldn't accept me? Jungwon chimes in. Yeah, and what if he wasn't attractive? And what if Vance is a one father looks confused, not understanding the term. What? Jungkook irritated snap. Will you shut up, Jungkook? Already hard enough to make him understand the situation without you complicating it further. Jungwon retorts. I'm just saying we can't ignore her. Jungkook turns back to when father tried to refocus the conversation. Forget about what happened so far. You can still make things right. Wan is completely uneducated. She hasn't seen the outside world. At the very first, at least we can get a basic education. Jungkook interrupts. I can't marry a minor just to take my position. You are helpless, but I'm not. This is the best I can do for her. Why father no, though still concerned. Okay, as you say, sir. I will listen to you. Jungkook continues. Are you okay with her leaving for few years? She can't study in a normal school. We need to send her to a place where kids like her, those who haven't had the chance for basic education, can learn. When father looked uncertain. I don't know if she would agree. To leave, Jungkook encourages him. You can do it. She will listen to you. You are her father. Jungwon adds, yes, uncle, she will become a better person and most importantly, independent. One father sighs deeply. She's sleeping now. I'll talk to her in the morning. In the morning, Wan's father approaches her with a heavy heart, explaining that Jungkook plans to send her to a hostel for her education. Wan's face crumples as she processes the news, her eyes filling with tears. Appa, I don't want to go, she pleads, her voice trembling with emotion. Her father, trying to comfort her, responds gently. Wan, please try to understand. Jungkook is thinking about what's back for you. Wan tears fall freely as she shakes her head vehemently. He's not thinking of me, he's trying to keep me out. I'll never let this happen. Overwhelmed, she wipes her tears with the back of her hand and runs out of the room, her sobs echoing in the hallway. She rushes out and spots Jungkook sitting on the couch, absorbed in reading the English newspaper. Her desperation drives her to kneel at her feet, startling him. Please, Van cries, her voice cracking. Don't kick us out of the mansion. I'll do anything. We have so many memories here. Jungkook, taken aback by her sudden and emotional play, leans down and gently helps her to her feet. Why? What are you doing? Why are you crying? His concern is evident as he wipes tears, and guides her to sit him on the couch. I don't want to go to hostel. Van continues. Her voice pleading, I don't want to study. I want to stay here to serve you and Jungwon, madam. Please don't send me away. Jungkook listened patiently, though he is clearly struggling with the situation. Van, I'm not sending you away forever. You have two options. Either you go to study or you marry me. What will you choose? Without hesitation, Van replies, I'll marry you. Just please don't send me away. Jungkook's shoulders slump in disappointment as he lowers his head. So you would prefer marry a stranger than go to and get an education? Wine nods vigorously, her resolve clear. I want to stay here. Jungkook's frustration rises as he asks, what if I turn out to be a bad person? What if I cause you pain? What if I am a psychopath? Wine looks up at him, her expression blank. She doesn't have an answer, unsure how to respond to such question. Answer me, Wine, she finally stammers. You don't seem bad. Jungkook chuckles softly at her innocent response. Yes, I'm not bad, but fine. You're too young to be thinking about marriage right now. I'm not sending you away forever. You'll have holidays to come back. You'll learn a lot of at the hostel, make new friends, and meet people. The world is much bigger than this mansion. Don't confine yourself here. One clings to the promise of staying connected. I can visit during holidays. Jungkook nods, a reassuring smile on his face. Yes, you can. Wine then asks hopefully, can I also live here after coming back from the hostel? Jungkook confirms with a warm smile. Yes, Wine, you can live here. No one will stop you. He gently taps on her cheeks, making her smile in return. Will you marry me? Wine asks, her voice barely above a whisper. Jungkook is taken aback by the sudden question but manages to ask, you want to marry me? Wine shyly admits, I have had crush on you since you arrived. Jungkook reflects on her words, saying, that's why you need education. You're too innocent and naive right now. You'll meet many boys there. What if I still want to marry you? Jungkook considers her words thoughtfully. Then I'll think about it. But for now, your education should be a priority. You're too young to focus on marriage. Jungwon interrupts with a smirk, sitting on couch, circling her hands around Wine's shoulder. Yes, you might end up being. Wine confused asks, what is Anni? Jungkook trying to refuse attention will be a joke says. It's a term of people who are a bit crazy like Jungwon, so you should stay away from girls like her. He then stands up and offers his hand to help Wine off the couch. Jungwon, however, pulls Wine back down her whole form as he questions, where are you taking her? Jungkook responds, we are going shopping. Wine need new clothes and books before heading to the hostel. Jungwon, still holding Wine down, insists, I'll take her shopping. She's not safe with younger perverted men like you. Jungkook retorts sharply, not safe? Are you kidding me? She's safer with me than with you.